Okay, so I thought it'd be best to just come out with a quick update video to keep everyone updated on some of the improvements that we've been making to Notifier and what plans we actually have for the future. So, the most important thing is if you ever need help, remember to ring this bell. You can send us an email. You can chat with us instantly on Slack. We do have a Slack team now that anyone can join. If you have questions, join that. We will get you help right away. Of course, you can always tweet at us, and then we do have documentation that you can browse through. Now, besides that, and actually, I'm just realizing now that we need to get this added to this form, but we do have a video section as well. So let me show you that. And right now, you're only going to see one video in there, but within the next few hours, there will be at least 4 more videos in that section. We're trying to add a lot more tutorials and stuff to make it easier for people to get started with Notifier. But besides that, let me show you some of the changes we've made to the view results screen. And actually, before I get to that, one thing I just remembered, we recently, earlier this week, rolled out the functionality to where these results, so your match count, your unread count, those are all updated now dynamically. So what that means is they will refresh live on the page as new results are added. Another thing you may actually see, I don't know if we're going to be able to see it in this video, but there is now the ability to show a notification in the dashboard when a result pops up. And so we'll keep an eye out for that in this video, and I can point it out to you if it occurs, but you may notice it when you log in yourself. Now, let's go to that view results screen that I was just talking about, and let's see some of the changes we've made to it. Now, it's going to look very similar, obviously, but the most important change we've made to it is that by default, it will now only show you your unread results, okay? You also will notice that this bar up here, this menu bar, we've cleaned it up quite a bit. It doesn't look as cluttered as it did at one time. Now you can still use this bar to switch between your searchers. You can also filter by platform from here. And one thing I don't think a lot of people realize is that you can actually change the name of your searcher. So if I just go back here for a moment, active searchers, and then if I click here under this searcher 3, I can actually change this to whatever I want it to be. And we probably need to add a better way to indicate that you can do that inside the dashboard. Regardless, yes, you can change the name of a searcher. Let's go back to that view results page. This is one of our searchers that we get a lot of results for. And so what the dashboard now will do is, by default, like I said, it only shows you the unread results. And as you scroll down, it will mark them red. So that's what this blue bar is that is disappearing here. You're seeing that disappear. And so what's the idea behind this? Well, the idea is that all you have to do now is simply scroll through, and now whenever you see something that looks interesting to you, then you can either act on it at that point or just do nothing, and the next time you come to the view results dashboard, you will not see it again. So it's like an auto hide type functionality. Now, if you do want to come back to something again, maybe you don't want to deal with it right then, what you can do is actually favorite it, okay? You can also still delete it if you want to. You can select it if you want to perform a bulk action on that. And then, of course, you can report an issue with that result if you want to. And then 2 new things we've added, actually, is the ability to mark it replied. So the idea behind this is that maybe you have a virtual assistant doing this for you, and you just want to keep track of how many are being replied to. So you can click on Mark Replied. Another functionality we added related to that is the Add Note functionality. So if you click right here, you can type in something, amazing note, and that note will get added to this result. And so that's it. And the final thing I do want to mention, though, is if you keep scrolling down to the bottom of the page, it now loads everything dynamically. Let me get all the way to the bottom here. There we go. It's loading more data. And some of you may remember our older view results dashboard where it was using pagination. So you'd have to go to each new page, which was a pain. People didn't like that. Sometimes you'd have a lot of results. And so you didn't want to go all the way down to each new page. And now this will dynamically load it. So all you had to do is keep scrolling and it will keep loading, marking them red, and you don't need to do anything. And that's the notification there. So it'll show you in the application now when you get a new result. It'll do that in real time. And then finally, the only other thing I want to cover here is the results per load. I'm not sure how important this is to people, but you can change the amount of results that are loaded by default when the page is loaded, as well as when you scroll down and it loads more. But that is it. That's the major changes that we have here. So let me know, as usual, if you all have any questions, just reply to this email and we will get back to you.